When we think of a happy life, we imagine healthy people living in harmony with nature. Unfortunately, there are hungry and malnourished people all over the world. Hunger occurs when the body is not provided with enough energy. It can also be referred to as a chronic calorie deficit. In the case of malnutrition, we provide our bodies with enough calories, but a lack of diversity and poor food quality mean that we lack both proteins and essential vitamins and minerals. Malnutrition is just as dangerous as hunger, but more difficult to detect. It can lead to illnesses and developmental disorders. Pregnant women and children are particularly at risk because they require an increased amount of nutrients. Incorrect nutrition and hygiene practices are additional triggers for hunger and malnutrition. These problems affect not only individuals but also entire regions, especially remote rural areas that barely benefit from state structures. Additional factors worsen the situation: a high birth rate, armed conflicts, and the effects of climate change, with natural hazards such as heavy rainfall or droughts occurring more and more frequently and destroying local crops. All of these factors weaken the food and nutrition security of households. We want to reduce the negative impacts of these factors and work to ensure food is available throughout the entire year and to strengthen resilience. In 2015, the United Nations member states agreed on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, known as the SDGs. These states have committed to working together to combat inequality and tackle climate change on a long-term basis by 2030. Hunger and malnutrition are central challenges to the SDGs and need to be overcome before many of the other goals can be achieved. This is why SDG 2, Zero Hunger, aims to end hunger, improve nutrition, ensure access to and the availability of food, and promote sustainable agriculture. No single actor is capable of achieving zero hunger alone. Governments, civil society organizations, science and research, and the private sector all need to work together, invest, and develop innovations to achieve long-term solutions. One of the movements to embrace this approach is the Scaling Up Nutrition Initiative, SUN for short. It unites stakeholders on a national level and connects them in a global network. The G7 states have set themselves the target of lifting 500 million people out of hunger by the year 2030. To achieve this, Germany has launched the special initiative One World No Hunger. One part of this initiative is the Global Program on Food and Nutrition Security Enhanced Resilience. This program focuses on women of reproductive age and children up to 2 years old in rural areas of Africa and Asia who are impacted most severely by hunger and malnutrition. If children do not receive sufficient nutrition in the first 1,000 days of their lives, both their mental and physical development will be negatively affected. Only a healthy body can develop its full potential. Good nutrition depends on a multitude of factors. Sectors such as agriculture, hygiene, health, and social security need to work together to ensure that people have a sufficient and healthy diet all year round. This is at the core of our multi-sectoral approach. The strategy of the global program therefore contains training activities that provide knowledge on agricultural cultivation and on preserving nutritious foods. Teach people about hygiene, especially when preparing food and providing children with a healthy diet during the first 2 years of their lives. Incorporate measures to achieve financial security for households and thus provide them with access to essential foods. A variety of different training measures seek to close gaps in knowledge on healthy nutrition and individual diets. And this is what the program looks like in practice. My name is Kambire Lewa. I have 7 children. I joined the project 3 years ago. I teamed up with some other women and we started to create the garden. We built mounds and ditches for irrigation and received seeds from the project. The garden gives us work. There are now 60 women in our team. The project helpers give us gardening advice, which we really appreciate. It used to be difficult to provide our children with a healthy diet. Now, our health has improved, and both the adults and children feel much healthier. We sell any produce we don't eat ourselves. Half of our income is then reinvested into the garden. We use the other half to buy additional food for our children.
Moi, je suis Monsieur Traoré Draman, agent d'agriculture à la Direction provinciale de l'agriculture.
My name is Draman Traore. I work for the Provincial Directorate as an agricultural advisor. The main aim behind our implementation of the project for improving nutrition and hygiene in families is to provide the families in the communities with better nutrition. What you can see here are the leaves of the moringa plant, which are extremely beneficial in terms of nutrition due to their high nutrient content. Sweet potatoes also contain many elements, such as beta-carotene and vitamin A, to name just a couple, and amaranth too. I must emphasize that amaranth contains a great deal of nutrients. The women have told us that 4 of the wells here have been running dry for quite some time. This probably means that we haven't had enough water for a good 4 months. We therefore developed this system with the containers, which is an inexpensive solution. By cutting off the base of the plastic bottles and filling them with water, we can save water and use it efficiently. An important element of this project is the support and advice provided by the GIZ. The GIZ also focuses on the women involved and further improving their potential. As a result, they not only carry out the work you can see here, we also help the women to strengthen their skills and knowledge. For example, regarding cultivation techniques and seeds. We all have seen onions, aubergines and amaranth here. They even grow moringa, and the leaves of the sweet potato plant help to improve dietary habits too.
Améliorer quand même les habitudes alimentaires.
My name is Sok Heng. I'm a nurse at the Dong Toi Health Center. Many infants are ill due to malnutrition and suffer from anemia or underweight. The Musefo project informs women of reproductive age between 15 and 49 years of age about the meaning of the 1,000-day window. The 1,000-day window consists of 3 important phases. The first phase covers the entire pregnancy. The second phase covers the first 6 months, when the infant is fully breastfed. The third phase covers the period between 6 and 23 months, when the child receives additional supplementary food. Moringa provides pregnant women and infants with all important nutrients. It's good for the bones, promotes milk flow, prevents diseases, and it's good for the eyes. In addition, we advise small farmers to grow moringa.
My
name is Mireille Tiendre Biogo. We focus on improving hygiene practices connected to nutrition. This includes not only providing access to drinking water, but also transporting it, storing it, and facilitating its consumption. Another topic is encouraging people to clean fruit and vegetables before eating them, as well as teaching proper hand washing. We have developed a variety of communication activities to raise awareness among village communities. These activities are run by our facilitators on location in the villages. We work in cooperation with local organizations which provide us with facilitators. The facilitators are responsible for social mobilization and organizing activities, together with the village communities. Cash for Work is one of the interventions by the global program Food and Nutrition Security Enhanced Resilience in Yemen. It aims to create jobs for families suffering from food insecurity. On the first stage, we work on road cleaning and settling. Monthly wages are $100. I used the amount to buy food for my family, including wheat, sugar and oil. There are a number of activities integrated with Cash for Work activities. These activities include organizing awareness-raising sessions on health, hygiene and nutrition aspects for the beneficiaries. An essential requirement for the success of these measures is that men and women have equal rights and responsibilities. We use a wide variety of communication media to reach people affected by hunger and malnutrition. For example, radio, television, telephone, text messages, or digital formats such as online training sessions. Partnerships with local village chiefs and local celebrities help to increase the understanding of healthy nutrition. I'm a vocalist, Mahlet Gebregirgis. I was born and raised in Mekelle city in Tigray. I'm an ambassador of nutrition. This is not just a task for a single mother. Rather, it is also the job of fathers, brothers and neighbors to raise children in a healthy manner. With all we know, we as a society should feed our children well, especially in those critical 1,000 days, so that we can create a generation of capable men and women able to write the future. When approaches have proven successful at a village level, they are incorporated into supra-regional strategies or legislation. Cooperation with different political bodies allows the topic of nutrition to be better anchored into the policies of the individual countries. We have observed visible improvements to both food and nutrition security, and the quality of nutrition have been observed in many of our project areas since 2015. Especially households that regularly use different measures particularly benefit most. Only by working together can we achieve the targets of the Agenda 2030 and lift millions of people out of hunger and malnutrition.